Go.
Hello, Happy Horsham. When you're playing guitar during cabin fever times here. So we're working on the What's Up song for Non-Blondes, and now taking a look at how you can accompany that or take a lead on it. And we're going to work from this G shape on down, this G shape major pentatonic in A, in the key of A. And then we'll move down to, the cage system. Since we have a G shape here, the next shape that we'll have is an E shape. And then we'll go to a D shape down here, that's a D chord, D, and then we'll go to a C shape, which is right here, and work our way down, and then you'll see the cage system all the way down here. It'll give you the chords, and you can associate the chords with the pattern shape of the pentatonics, and there's all kinds of ways that you can start to learn about getting around the guitar. So we have the G shape, and that is going to be these notes, and I'll just quickly review those notes. I have my pinky on string 6 fret 5. We know that wherever, any note along here, if we put our pinky there and form this G shape, we are playing whatever the name of this note is on string 6. In this case, it's an A note. So we're playing A major pentatonic scale, and if we use that very same note and make this shape of a scale, we are playing an A major pentatonic scale going down this way, essentially. So right now we're going to work on the A major pentatonic with the G major pentatonic shape. And that major pentatonic shape, you can see as I play these notes, string 6 fret 5, pinky, index string 5 fret 2, ring string 5 fret 4, string 4 fret 2 with your index, your ring at string 4 fret 4, index at string 3 fret 2, ring at string 3 fret 4, index at string 2 fret 2, string 2 fret 5 with your pinky, string 1 fret 2 with your index, and string 1 fret 5 with your pinky. And you just play these back and forth, up and down, till you get very conversant and familiar with those notes, and how they. The next thing is how to sequence those notes to make it sound interesting, whatever you're playing. But when those shapes fall out into this G chord, see, I'd have a G chord right here, and if I move this down 1 fret, I'd have the G chord 1 fret beyond the G, that'd be a G sharp. And if I move it down again, I have a G chord shape, as you can see right here, G chord shape, and I'm playing essentially from fret 5 to fret 2. That's why this fingering that I just went through, pinky, and then down here the task is to locate the root notes. In this case, the A's, the notes A, that fall within this space that you're playing in this shape. And those A notes are string 6 fret 5, obviously. String 5 open, that's an A note, that's how you tune the guitar. String 3 fret 2 is an A note. String 3 open is a G, G sharp A. But you know from this shape that when you get down to the 3rd string, 3 frets up, you are playing the octave of whatever note you started on string 6. So when I get to here, string 3 fret 2, that's an A, and then I have a B, and then a C sharp, then an E, and an F sharp, and then an A again. So we're going to just look in here on this song that the chords are A and a B minor and a D to a D minor and then an A. Now, the B, we want to find out where the B's are because that's a good target note. What's a target note that we talked about before? It's something when you start a run off or you start to put some notes together. It's a song that you want to, it's the note that you want to end that musical phrase on. And a very good place, a very good target note is the root note of whatever chord you're going to. In this case, we're going to a B minor, and so B seems like a logical place to land. Although you're also going to find that the F sharp, the fifth right above it, is a good place to land. And as we start to explore this all the way down, you'll see that. And as you set out on your own and try to see what kind of like what goes together in all these notes, you will find that the F sharp is a good landing spot. So let's look just at strings 3 and 4, where we start at that little, the intro that they use. We're going to use the same type of thing in here to get started, so you get started and stay on the same track as the last video. We're going to start on string 4, fret 2, and just going to do rock back. I'm starting on string 4, fret 2, string 4, fret 2, string 4, fret 4, string 4, fret 2, string 4, fret 4, and ending up on this A note. Should see it sounds solid with that A chord because that's what we're on at this juncture in the song. And then I'm going to do the same thing: 4, fret 2, 4, fret 4, 4, fret 2, 4, fret 4, and then end on string 3, fret 4, which is the B note. By the way, on these A's, you have a B note up here. If we say, well, where are all the B notes? Well, they're going to be 2 notes away, always a B note from an A, 2 notes away, and that puts it out of the box. That puts it out of this G box, so we're not concerned with this yet. And we're not concerned with another A down here on string 1, which would be 2 away from the G at string 1, fret 5, because that's out of the box. The box goes from fret 2 to fret 5. But we do have a B up here at string 5, fret 2. String 5 opens an A sharp and a B, so we have a B up here. And if you have the A down here at string 3, fret 2, well then at string 3, fret 4 has to be the B. That's going to be our target note when we do that second little riff. So an opening riff I just went through is 4, fret. That's the opening, and then we're going to target string 3, fret 4, the B, to be on the B note, and then we're on the B, and then go back to the A, string 4, fret 2, 4, fret 4, 4, fret 2, 4, fret 4, and then back to the A, and then repeat that. So you'd have this. So let's just try that for a second, along with this little thing that our little song here recorded. So it starts off with the A, at least it should, but I turned it way down, excuse me.
The little buttons on the side are off, yeah.
Actually, that's not it. It's Bless the Beast and the Children, dedicated to Marco, apparently. So, okay, here we are. Sorry. So you'd be coming in here. That's first thing to practice, and then we're just going to do just everything within that same space, just variations. So you can go, that's what we started with. So now we're just going to reverse that, and I'm going to go. So I'm hitting 4, fret 2, 4, 4, and then string 3, fret 2, and string 4, fret 4, and end on the A as you'd expect. So I'd be going, and the same, which is 4, 2, 4, 4, but 3, 2, then 4, 4, and then 3, 4, which is the B note, which would be at this point in the song that B chord. So you'd have that was the original. Okay, I mean, just try that, because I want you to just try it, but not with Blessed Beast and the Children. Spoiler alert, it won't work with that. So here's the first one. And then you go to the second. So here's the second one. And then you put the two together, you have. So I just took just those notes and just started to play around with them a little, but nothing extra, just those notes, and that's what you want to start to do with that as a base. You can start off with either of those patterns, and so I'm just just fooling around right in that little box, and to get familiar with it, you want to just fool around that way with it. I'm gonna just one other thing to add to this, and that is just a little bend in here. You can instead of just always having these running eighth notes, just put a little bend on this B, which is the second in the A scale, And when you put that little bend in, it breaks that chain of eighth notes that keep coming at you. Let's put it in, and you can add that into your little regimen here. You use it for the whole thing. Here you go. And just to the A. Just this. So just hacking around with that, and you can have a lot of fun with that. There's also a little bend here, getting out of that, right, bend this. And what did I do there? I just bent string 2, fret 5, and then with string 1, with my pinky, I caught string 1, fret 5. And then finished up on this C sharp, and then came back and bent string 2, fret 5 up, and landed on the B here at the B chord, and you can finish it off like that. So if it would come in something like this. Oop, wrong spot. I'm in the wrong spot on the song. No. So it stopped. Trying to jam this into a 10-minute video stuff.
It's already 18.
Missed it. So I'm here. So I just, since we're so long, and I've been rushing, so it wasn't long, but I didn't make it. So I'm holding this up, bending this up, and then come back and release it, come back and bend, and come up and with my middle finger grab string 2, fret 4, and then come back to this to end, to end that little riff. That's the first part. Then you go. And so I'm going to get the B, and then with my middle finger bend the B up. So that's just something that you can throw in there for a little string bending practice. And sorry I rushed, I still made a long video. But let's start off right there, just to get real comfortable on those in that little spot. And we'll expand it next time and then move on to the E shape. And then you can run between the two of them, and there's a lot more possibilities. Okay, see you soon.